Hello. We will continue doing the work on functions and plotting of the functions, graph of the function. Yesterday we did uh, a video on linear functions and quadratic functions. We explained both the functions in detail. Now today we are going to discuss some more functions and their graphs. For example, the first function which I'm going to pick up is y is equal to x to the power 3. Y is equal to x to the power 3. As I said, it could also be written as fx is equal to fx and y is one and the same thing. And generally, because fx is indicating it is a function of x, so fx is equal to x cube. Now we said we give different values to x, corresponding values of we put different inputs. When we say that we are giving different values to x, that means we are giving different inputs. And this function fx will give us output. So values of inputs, the value of x, legitimate values of x will give us the domain of the function. Today we are going to also delve into domain and also the range of the function. The inputs will be domain, input values will be domain, and output values will be range of the function. Or it's also true for relation, domain, codomain, and range. So we are talking of in terms of functions. So we are talking today about y is equal to x cube, and we are mainly trying to give you the graphs, plotting of them. You have to remember those graphs. It is very important to remember because they are going to help you a great deal when we are going to deal with calculus that I discussed yesterday also, and today I'm going to do the same thing with you. Yesterday we plotted a linear function y is equal to ax plus b, and we dealt with quadratic function, that is y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c in detail. Now today we are going to deal with the function. First of the function which I am going to deal with is y is equal to x cube, or fx is equal to x cube. Now when it if it is x square, suppose if it was fx is equal to x square, so whatever the values of x I will give, I'll get always positive, because when you square a negative value, you will get a positive value. Sorry, excuse me. If I will put, I'm just talking about the yesterday's graph. If I'm putting y is equal to x square, if I'm taking a graph y is equal to x square, and I put the value as negative or positive, the result will be positive only. Whatever input will be there, the output will be positive because it is a square. But in this case, if you notice, if it is y is equal to x cube, then we will get the graph on the negative side also, because if I put the value, suppose x is equal to minus 2, I will get fx is equal to minus 8. That means I will get plus minus in range. Range I will get both the values, not only positive value. So the graph of this y is equal to x cube is something like this. I will draw first the axes. These are O, x, x dash, y, and y dash. Now the graph of the cube is something like this. It's passing through the, sorry, I'll just rub the above portion because it's become a little dirty. Yeah. If I take it up from here, Right. Now, if you notice this graph, it is passing through the origin. It is passing through the origin, and it is going towards infinity. It is moving up. It is moving up towards infinity, and down also it is going towards infinity. So you get positive and negative values both. You will get positive as well as negative values of both. So y is equal to x cube. This is the graph you must remember. Now, in terms of definition of domain, in terms of graphs, from graphs how we can see it, suppose we project the graph on the x-axis, the projection of the graph on the x-axis, or shadow of the graph on x-axis. Actually, it will cover the complete graph, because if you complete x-axis, because you see, I take any point on the graph, from there if I drop a perpendicular on x-axis, and it is going to infinity, it is not coming towards y, it is going towards infinity, it is going outward, and it is also going outward lower. So it is moving towards infinity. So wherever I take a point on the graph and draw a perpendicular on x-axis, the complete x-axis will be covered. So domain is set of real numbers. It is set of real numbers. It is also represented as minus infinity to plus infinity. On infinity, whether negative and positive both, the bracket will be always an open bracket. It will be an open interval. It is always an open interval. It's never going to be closed interval. On negative infinity or positive infinity, the interval will be always open, or you simply write it by r. Similarly, range is, what is range? Range is also r. Range is also r, because if you drop perpendicular from any point on the graph on the y-axis, you will get a corresponding value of y. You will get a corresponding value of y. So, or you can say corresponding value of y. Corresponding to x, you will get a corresponding value of y. So it is also set of real numbers, or it is also written as minus infinity to plus infinity. It's an increasing graph. What is an increasing graph? If we move from the left to the right, is the graph increasing, going upward, or coming downward? Now, if you notice in this graph, if I move from the left to the right, the graph is going from lower side to the higher side, so it is called increasing graph. It is called increasing graph. Is it periodic? It is not periodic. It is not periodic. It is not periodic. It's a continuous graph. It is a graph, there is a continuity. It can be differentiated. Continuous for a graph to be differentiable, it has to be continuous. There have to be no breaks. I don't see any kind of breaks in the graph. So this graph is differentiable. This graph is differentiable. This function is differentiable. It is differentiable. It is continuous. Hence, differentiable. It is differentiable. It is continuous. Because of continuous, it is going to be differentiable. These are the few of the things which we can notice about the graph. This is not periodic. Periodic means is there any fixed period? No, there is no fixed period. This is not fixed period. Is it bounded? No, it is not bounded. No, it is not bounded. It is not bounded. In a layman's language, what does bounding means? That we are able to draw two lines, two horizontal line parallel to x-axis. The graph is bounded in between those two only. It doesn't go beyond that. Then we say it is a bounded. So it is not a bounded graph. It is not a bounded, neither upper bound nor lower bound. Upper bound, some graphs can be upper bound, some graphs can be lower bound, and some graphs can be completely bounded between two horizontal lines. But it is neither upper bound nor lower bound, because it cannot be. Once its range is set of real numbers, or it is going from minus infinity to plus infinity, it can never be bounded. So these are few of the things which are important to notice regarding the graph. First of all, you have to remember the graph, that what kind of shape it has. Y is equal to x cube, or fx is equal to x cube. What kind of shape does this graph has? What are the rules which define this graph? What is the domain of the graph, or domain of this curve? What is the range of this curve? Whether it's an increasing function or decreasing function, whether it is a periodic function, like generally uh, all trigonometric functions are periodic functions. All trigonometric functions are periodic functions because they have a period, uh, 2 pi or pi. It is continuous. Is it continuous? Is there any break in this graph? No, I don't visualize any kind of break in this graph. So it is continuous, hence it is differentiable. It is differentiable, and it is not bounded, neither lower bound nor upper bound. Now let us see the next graph. So next graph is fx is equal to, now I'm not going to write uh, a y, but you must understand y and fx is one and the same thing. Fx is equal to under root x. Under root x. It could be fourth root, it could be sixth root. It is even root. It is even root. I'm talking only square root. I'm taking a square root, but you can take the fourth root, you can take the fifth root, you can take the sixth, not fifth, sixth, eighth, or 10th root, even root. The shape of the graph will be almost same for all those values also. Now let us see what kind of value. Again, I've drawn the axes, OX, X dash, Y, Y dash. Please understand that under root X, the first condition is that X cannot take negative value, because we are discussing real number functions or real valued functions. That means all the values will be real. All the values of x and y will be real. They will not be complex. And if I put a negative number under square root, I'll get a complex number. I will get a complex number. We are discussing real valued functions. We are discussing all functions are real valued functions. We are discussing real valued functions. So x cannot take a negative value here in this particular case, because x is under root. So you get a curve like this. 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 This is y is equal to root x. Now let us see what is its domain first of all. Now you can see it is only in the first quadrant. Second, third, fourth, all are free. If a third quadrant is free or fourth quadrant is free, that means it has no negative values. No negative values of x are given, because we said that under root x will become a complex number. That is why the domain, and it starts from 0. If you notice, it is starting from 0 and going towards infinity, because this is moving towards plus infinity. This side it is negative infinity. So it is going from 0 to infinity. So domain is 0 to infinity. Now if you notice the brackets which I have attached, one is a closed bracket. On 0 I put the closed bracket because 0 is included in it. But on infinity by default we put an open bracket and open bracket because infinity will be by default open only. So domain is 0 to infinity. What is the range of this function? Domain, I told you, is the values along the x-axis, and values along the y-axis will give you a range. For range also it is same, 0 to infinity plus infinity. It is plus infinity. It is plus infinity. If I am not writing any sign with infinity, it is plus infinity. Now it's an increasing function. If you look from left to right, it is an increasing function. It is an increasing function. It is not periodic. It is not periodic because it is not repeating itself. It is not periodic. It is not bounded. It is not bounded. Wherever in the range, I told you in the previous example also, wherever in the range, in case the infinity occurs, then it cannot be bounded. It is not bounded. It is not bounded. Not lower bound nor upper bound. It's not periodic. It is differentiable. It is differentiable. It is differentiable. I'm just making you write, making you understand. You may not understand at this time these things, but it will be helpful later on. You must remember these graphs. You must learn all these graphs, at least domain and range. Domain and range and the shape of the graph, which is very important for you to remember. Now, next graph I am taking is fx is equal to cube root of x. Now, till now I had taken even roots. The above one was 2, but I said 4, 6, 8, all will be same. Here similarly here the odd roots are there. Odd root, third root. This is the third root, cube root. This is cube root of x. This is cube root of x. But if I take the fifth root of x or seventh root of x or ninth root of x, the same kind of shape will be obtained. Let us draw the curve. Again, I draw the line. Two axes are drawn, OX, x dash, y, y dash. When I draw this, same kind of thing. This is the curve which we obtain. This y-axis is little tilting, but please, this is just a figure. It's a rough figure. But it is, you consider it x and y axis are perpendicular to each other. If I rub it out, it may spoil, but anyway, I'll try. Okay, let's try. Yeah, okay. This is better. This line is better than the previous one. So this is y-axis and x-axis. They are cutting each other at origin, and this is another curve. Now here it is, this is the odd root. This is the odd root. This is cube root. We are talking of cube root. The graphs will be almost same for the fifth root from the seventh root. Now let us see what is domain of this graph. If you look carefully and if you have paid attention what I have been saying, domain is all possible values of x which satisfy the given curve. So you can take all the values, even negative values can be taken. When cube root or cube is there, when odd roots are there, you can take negative values also because they will give you the values. So domain is set of real numbers, or as I said, we can write it as minus infinity to plus infinity. Similarly, range, what is the range for this curve? Range for this curve is also set of real numbers, or minus infinity to plus infinity. Now what is the, is it continuous? Yes, it is a continuous function. It is increasing function. It is an increasing function. An increasing function. Meaning thereby, if you move from left to right on the x-axis, you will see the graph is rising. The graph is rising from left to right. Whenever increasing or decreasing there, we notice whether we are moving from left to right, that it is increasing or decreasing. In this case, it is increasing. It is increasing when we are going from left to right. It is continuous, so it is differentiable. It is continuous. I don't see any break in this curve. It is a continuous graph. Hence differentiable. Hence differentiable. Hence differentiable. It is not periodic. It is not periodic. It is not periodic. It is not bounded. It is not bounded. It is not bounded. What does it mean? I told you whenever the infinity occurs in range, it cannot be a bounded function. It cannot be a bounded function. Then neither I can find the f max or f minimum because it will be infinity, which is just a notion, not a fixed number. So this is, we discussed three functions today. One was y is equal to x cube. Y is equal to x cube was of the shape. Then we discussed y is equal to under root x, which was only on the positive side. And then we discussed y is equal to under root cube root of x, cube root of x. Now the next function fx is equal to 1 upon x square. 1 upon x square. Let me draw. Okay. I have got x-axis, x dash, o, y, y dash. Now this graph again, whatever the values we are going to put to give to x, even if I give negative values to x, the value of y will be positive only. The value of y will be positive. Why will the value of y will be positive? Because we are noticing that it is this square in the denominator. The shape of this curve comes something like this. Sorry, it should not be touching. Let me draw it again. It definitely is. It definitely is going towards infinity. Is going towards infinity. It is not coming as I wanted, but anyway, the curve is the same. Now, what are we noticing? Let us see first domain and range. Please remember the graph. Please remember the graph. It is not going up. Please notice that also. I'll have to rub it out. It is not going up. It is going towards x-axis. 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 So now let us see what is the range. What is domain first of all? Domain is, it's not the complete set of real numbers. It is not the complete set of real numbers because 0 is not included in this. So we can write r minus 0. From the set of real numbers, take out the 0. Or what we can write it another way is minus infinity to 0 union 0 to infinity. This is also one way of writing it. Because when we say 0, around 0 on both the sides, if you notice I have put an open bracket, that does not include 0. What is the range? Now in range you will notice the again negative portion is not coming. It is moving towards 0. It is moving towards 0. So we can say 0 to infinity. 0 to infinity. 0 doesn't seem to be included. 0 doesn't seem to be included because it is not going there. Now, you see, if as far as increasing or decreasing curve, one side it is increasing, one side it is decreasing, so we can't talk about neither increasing nor decreasing because it contains both the things. If you notice from left to right it is increasing, but on this side it is decreasing. So we can neither decreasing nor increasing. Is that clear? And differentiable, it is not periodic. It is not periodic. It is not periodic. It is not bounded. It is not bounded. It is not bounded. Okay, these four graphs I have just discussed, you must keep them in mind. And then we are going to discuss further today only another set of graphs along with this only. Thank you.